Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. Let's get right into it, man. All right, you in my mind right now. So I've been having this thought for a long time, and I know if it keep coming up in my mind, every time if it keep coming in my mind, it's gotta be right, because the answers don't just give me shit just to be giving it to me. I'm telling you. All right. All right, man. I'm outside in the street. You don't see it right now, but I'll show it later. All right. So, my thing is, the whole thing is the whole thing that's going on, man, with all this shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? When they had the killing or the killing of Nipsey Hussle, or the assassination of Nipsey Hussle. You gotta think about it. If he was right in front of his store when this happened, you gotta really put some thought into this. You gotta really put some thought into this. Now, I was thinking, now, if the Marathon store itself, is right here, is right outside, right? Yeah, we outside. So if the Marathon store is right here, and this guy came around this corner right here, this guy came around this corner to make this shit happen. Now, I kept every time I keep coming through here, this spot, I keep thinking, like, man, shout out to Nipsey Hussle. All right, his family. I was thinking, man, now why is this church right behind this store, like the store, right? It's a church in here or whatever. They got Wednesday Bible. It's called Highway Ministry, free Sunday breakfast, worship service, and Wednesday Bible study. And you gotta think about it. If the church get paid by the government for the 501c3, a 501c3 is a tax break. A tax break is you gotta tell the people what the government wants you to tell them. You gotta tell the people what you want to tell them. So if the government wants you to tell them that certain shit to where they don't exist or raise themselves up, that means the government is doing their job. So if the government is doing their job, that means you gotta think about it. The guy could have came through this alleyway from the church and kept his guns right and gave it right to him. Man, they say he came away for 4 minutes and came right back. But the government, like, you gotta think about it. If he's telling people to eat better, like Dr. Sebi was telling people, then he's stepping on the FDA. That's gonna help heal people. If they eating better, they're gonna live better and live stronger while they're alive. So why wouldn't that be an avenue for that person to come through here and from where this church is at, right behind where the store is at, right in the back corner, and come out and do what he do? That's you gotta think about it. That's fucking crazy. Like, we don't look at it like that. Oh, it's a church right behind the store. I keep seeing that. Every time I come in this area, I always keep seeing that. But you gotta think. You always gotta think. There's always a way that they're gonna try to do it to where you can't figure that shit out. It's a lot more shit going on with all this shit. But this is one. See, somebody was playing some music on their thing, on their somebody was playing some music on their phone, riding on their bike, and they played some music that they would have messed up, and it would have said, oh, the YouTube will pick it up, any type of music, and then when they pick it up, it'll run the system and they'll block the video. So you gotta think about it. You see, here goes another person right here going inside where the church is. But the thing is, the whole thing with the church, they get a government grant. Why wouldn't the church keep that guy in there so nobody would know he was going? They say when the coast is clear, to come outside and do what he does. And then everybody thinks like, oh, it was because he told him to get away from him because he was snitch. Man, that shit was already set up. You gotta think about it. It's right before the spring equinox. The spring equinox is when highly melanated people get some of the highest form of energy when it gets real hot. So when it's getting real hot and motherfuckers they gotta realize people's minds are gonna change. So Bobby Hemming always says that the spring equinox, the summer solstice, the winter equinox, and the fall equinox, and the winter solstice. So those are 4 powerful times of the year. It's more other powerful times, but that was right before the spring equinox. Because I remember when that happened, I was doing something that day, and I don't want to get into what was going on with me, but like on that same day, it was something going on in that day, and I realized it's the day that something happened to me. That same day that something happened to him. They looking for people at a high rate, people that can change the minds of the people to where they don't see things differently. And that's what he was doing. And he had that in his point here, and had that in his mind a while back. And so he was able to put that into his life. And then people were like, oh, he's probably not with it no more. And they probably gonna try to do whatever they want to do with him. So the government know if he's there, they're gonna know to send somebody there. He's not gonna be holding something on him. But I keep getting this in my mind that somebody knew he was here. Somebody knew he was here. Somebody knew he was here in order for them to try to touch him. And they knew that he didn't have something on him. Cause you gotta think, if you here in this area, in this place, you know you probably gonna be holding. But the thing is, somebody probably knew he wasn't there. He wasn't holding. Man. Man, that's so crazy. This is where they sell all the stuff at, all the marathon clothing and all that. Now the store is closed now. So that's just crazy to me. But it just goes to show you. How crazy shit get. When motherfuckers themselves, they'll put people out there, but the government is behind the whole thing and make it look like it's just a one little incident out the hood. No, it's not. He was too big for that shit. You got to think about it. I say I got a sign just now, right now while I'm walking, showing me that I'm doing the right thing, and he's speaking to me right now. So when I say that, you just best believe. So you gotta remember, all the gangs are run by the government, all of them. You know what I'm saying? All of them. You gotta think, how do they get they hands on weapons like that and all that? They give it to them. Just like the same thing with ISIS. They give that group ISIS name, but that's one of the greatest female deities. It's a war on terror, not a war on terror. So war on terror. Terror is a female deity. So if that's the case, they'll put weapons in anybody's hands. Anybody's hands to get anything they want to get accomplished. So with that being said, I'm letting you know and saying it right now. It was more than what we think it is. It was more of a setup. All right. So just for me in my mind, I had to get this out. It was a lot of things going on. He was speaking to me a lot today. You know, so I was on a lot of things today. So of course I'm over at Fatburger next door, but this is where everything but everything happened and transpired at. But I'm not here to I want to take do all this and do that. No, I'm not looking for photo ops and all that shit. No, all I'm saying is this shit is crazy because I'm telling you, from the way they happened and the way he got caught so fast, it's like the same thing with those killings at them school shootings or those murders at the you call them at the movie theaters, they'll find a guy so goddamn quickly and shit. That shit crazy to me. Like, how can you find him so quickly after all that shit happened? Because they sent the motherfucker. It's like when they motherfuckers shoot up a school, they don't remember anything. They give them some type of medicine. It's like filled with a whole bunch of melanin. It's filled with a bunch of melanin, and the funny thing is, those white kids, they don't remember anything. They're like, I don't remember what I just did, because they sent you to do it. But that's the thing. It's a war on the great mother. If he's telling people to eat better, that means they eating better. They're gonna get to their higher self. That means the people ain't gonna be needing drugs and all these things in order to take care of them, so they can learn to take care of themselves without the doctor. That's what I've been doing for years. For years I've been doing it. So I know what he was doing was right on. So I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm here to when he was on that show, he was on the radio show or the podcast with what's the guy's name that did the Tariq Nasheed. He said, man, something happened to me. Don't be out here praying for me, ride for me. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, I said it like that day when I found out this shit. I said, no, it's something more to this than what we believe or what we know. It's more to this. Like, I know it's a church right behind that shit. They get government grants. Why wouldn't they just be like, okay, we can hide him in here. He come out, nobody see him, and then it just hit. No, it don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. Shit don't happen like that. It don't happen like that. That's why I say this is an illusion down here. All they gotta do is fix the mind of the people to make them feel like that was what it was, and nobody's gonna do anything about it. But God damn it, it's not. Fuck God. It's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the one that's riding that shit, riding. Man, like if he said don't go praying for me, ride, nigga, ride. Like I was already riding for my ancestors. It just gave me more juice and more fire. When I heard that shit that happened, I knew about him like back in 2008, back in the day. I knew about his music back in the day, but like it's just like how things. I don't want to get into the long story or whatever, but anyway. Don't believe what these motherfuckers be giving you on this fucking TV screen or these newspapers, because it's always something behind something. Like Dick Gregory always said, if you get a newspaper, get 3 different types of different companies or newspapers, because when you do that, you're gonna find out somebody's telling a lie or somebody's got some type of story that the other one don't have, and they just putting shit out just to put it out. All right, or they just putting it out just to hide something. In other words, do your own research. All right, do your own research, because shit is not what we think it is. All right, kill God daily. God don't like highly melanated so-called black people. I know this. I do the research for this shit. Trust me, I know this. God is a coward. Yeah, ghetto birds flying around. Oh well, who gives a fuck? 13. I'm killing God. That's melanin. Ashe.